This is Purnima Devi from SNSCT. Now I discuss about reinforcement learning. Reinforcement learning is an area of machine learning. It is about taking suitable action to maximize reward in a particular situation. It is employed by various software and machines to find the data set best possible behavior, and it should take a specific situation. Reinforcement learning differs from supervised machine learning. In a way, supervised learning, the training data set has the answer key with it so that the model is trained with the particular correct answer itself. But reinforcement learning, there is no answer, but the reinforcement agent decide what to do perform a given task. In the absence of training data set, it is bound to learn from its experience. Reinforcement learning is the science of decision making. It is about learning the optimal behavior in an environment to obtain maximum reward. In machine learning, the data is accumulated from the machine learning systems that use a trial and error method. Data is not part of the input that would find in supervised machine learning. Reinforcement learning uses the algorithm that learn from outcome and decide which action we will take the next. After each action, the algorithm receives the feedback that helps it determine whether the choice it made is correct or not. It is a good technique to use an automated system that have make a lot of small decision without human guidance. Reinforcement learning is an autonomous self-teaching system that essentially learns by a trial and error. It performs action with the aim of maximizing reward, or in other words, it is learning by doing in order to achieve the best outcomes. Some main points we have discussed in this reinforcement learning is first one thing is input. The input should be an initial state of the problem statements, and the output. Output will be a many possible outputs, or have where we have the variety of solutions based upon the input and training data sets. The next one is training. The training is based upon the input. The model will return the state, and a user will decide to reward or punish the model based on this input. Now we will see the some different type of some differences between reinforcement learning and the supervised learning. The reinforcement learning, it is all about making decisions sequentially, but in supervised machine learning, the decision is made on the initial input or the input given at the start. What input we will given is based on that the problem is executed. Reinforcement learning is a decision is very dependent. So the given labels or sequences of dependent decision, but in supervised machine learning, the decisions are independent. Based on the input only, the decision will be taken. The example of reinforcement learning is chess game, text summarization, and etc. But in supervised machine learning, the object recognition and spam detections are example. We have two type of reinforcement learning that we are used. First one is positive, and the second one is negative. The positive reinforcement is defined as when an event occurs due to particular behavior, it will increases the strength, weight, and the frequency of the behavior. The main advantages of reinforcement learning is it maximizes the performance, and it will sustain the changes for a long period. And next one is negative reinforcement learning. The negative reinforcement is used for strengthening the behavior because of negative condition is stopped or avoided. When the negative condition is avoided or stopped based on the particular input data variable, it will strengthen the behavior of the input. The main advantages is used to increase the behavior, and it provide deficiency to a minimum standard of performance. We have some elements which are used in reinforcement learning. First one is policy. The policy defines the learning agent behavior for given time period. It mapping from preserved states of environment to actions to be taken when those states. And the next one is reward function. The reward function is used to define a goal in reinforcement learning problem. The reward function is a function that provides a numerical score based on the state of the environment. Value function. The values function specify what is good in a long run. The value of a state is the total amount of reward an agent can expect to accumulate over the future, starting from the state. And the next one is environment. The models are used for planning to predict the assignment problem, and the some of the applications of reinforcement is it is used in robotics and industrial automation systems, and it is mainly used for data processing, and it uh, it is used in robotics and the and the gaming applications. Thank you.